Can you believe it? July already.
Where has the time gone?
That's right. But there's still a lot of summer to be had.
And we're going to show you what you can do.
Welcome to another month of community.
And we are, where else? Downtown Buffalo, Buffalo waterfront. So we want to talk about all things Buffalo and good things to do. And we have someone with us.
Yep, Lauren Ford's here from Buffalo Waterfront. Right? Is that the name we're calling now? Okay. The thing to remember is to not wear a suit when you're down at the waterfront canal side, right?
Yeah, it's a good day to be on the water, but it'd be better if you're in the water.
Oh, absolutely.
There's so many things to do down at Canal Side on a daily basis. You can visit the vendors on the boardwalk, but then we have a full programming and event lineup as well throughout the summer.
Let's talk about some of those events that happen down here. I can just tell you one that I've done, and that's the hula hoop, believe it or not. But talk to us about some of those programs.
Yeah, so we have a full lineup of fitness classes. They're completely free to the public, Tuesday through Saturday. They're a variety of class types, everything from hula hooping to Zumba to boot camp classes. So we really encourage people to come down and stay active throughout the summer.
Zumba has really boom-bud, right? Over the years, the numbers are just staggering.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a great dancer, you can definitely kind of get lost in the crowd. They bring the energy. I'm not saying anything.
If you're obviously not a great
Zoom,
dancer.
zoom, zoom,
well,
right?
you know me too well. All right. So, yeah, but you can get lost in the crowd. I mean, how many people do you get for a normal week?
We're getting up to 100 people at Zumba on a weekly basis. So definitely come out and enjoy it. It's a party every Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
What are some of the other activities that are popular that people come down for?
Our children's programming has really taken off. Every Wednesday we have Epic Story Time on the Great Lawn. It's an incredible program to keep kids reading throughout the summer. They always have really engaging programming adjacent to the book readings. And then we also have Free Play Fridays with Explore More every Friday on the Pierce Lawn. They partner with a lot of different organizations. It's just something different for the kids to do outside. And then we encourage people to visit the museum right afterwards and make a full day of it at Canal Side.
Yeah, and some new food and drink offerings, Resurgence and Nick Charleps, right?
Yeah, they have a great offering. We're really excited to partner with local brands to bring our food and beverage operation up a notch this year. Nick Charleps is a great way to cool off on the boardwalk on these hot days. We really encourage people to follow us on social media. We post almost daily with what's going on. Every week you can see what's happening on the waterfront at our website as well, buffalowaterfront.com. 3 different boats that you can take out. There's family-friendly cruises, there's sunset cruises, there's wine cruises, so really catering to all different demographics.
And with everything so expensive these days, from groceries to you name it, there are tons of free things to do. A lot of the fitness classes are free, right?
Tons of free things to do, including the fitness classes, and then the carousel is pay what you want or pay what you can, as low as $1. And then also the Seneca Chief is in the commercial slip for people to view and really learn about the history of the Erie Canal.
We appreciate you coming and filling us in. Thanks for coming on Community.
We'll see you down at Canal Side.
See you there.
On August 10th, the 10th year anniversary of the University United Festival, we are really excited to be put on another spectacular show. Silk, national recording artist, Music Soul Child, national recording artist, and Robin Thicke. It's free, and I think that's the other thing, that you don't see many things, events in our community that at this caliber for free. But I think it's something that's so really important to this community, especially now. I mean, with everything going up prices, to be able to have something in your community. And the fact that we're having it in August, the day before the Pine Grove reunion, is going to be even more exciting.
This is video from past festivals with big names in R&B, and the attendance continues to grow.
I'm glad that we were able to put something like this together and sustain it for the length of time that we have, because it's something that, again, is truly phenomenal, that, again, people in our community can bring their lounge chairs, bring their children to an activity in their neighborhood that's free and it's fun and it's exciting. And not only their friends and family, people come from out of town who are friends and family and stay with them for this festival.
The day will kick off with a parade led by a king and queen, followed by the music.
For you and me. I've been able to spin a ball on my fingers since I was they taught me this here in Pip when I was in Buffalo when I was a little kid.
Buffalo Rays Jordan Nwora of the NBA's Toronto Raptors makes sure to give back to the hometown through his Jordan Nwora Foundation. Close to 200 participants this year.
Every day just about teaching these kids, helping them learn, grow, and hopefully develop a love for the game of basketball. Having these coaches come in here from all over the place, we have some great leaders in here, both locally and from overseas. Like I said, New York City. There are a lot of guys out here that know what they're doing, and they're teaching these kids, leading them down the right path, showing how to lead, be great teammates, be cooperative with each other. So, it's been great, and these kids are having a great time. Locally, we only do this camp in Buffalo, and then we have camps all across Africa. So it's a good time. Obviously, with my dad being Nigerian, and me playing for the Nigerian national team, giving back to Africa too is also important. I think the only difference really is I think over in Africa they might just be a little bigger. That's it.
A little taller?
Yeah, a little taller. Yeah. I've been playing for a Nigerian national since I was 19. Yeah.
So hard that too?
Yeah, we didn't make the Olympics this year, but I played in the Olympics in 2020, or 2021, right after we won in Milwaukee. And then I played in the World Cup my sophomore year of college. There are a lot of these kids who are great, they're learning, but they're not at the level yet where I can talk to them, as like a college kid or a pro. But hopefully with these camps, it'll help them get to that point one day. Yeah, I definitely hope to continue to do this, and every year just continue to grow and expand the camp, and just keep giving back as much as I can.
Coming up next on Community, honoring some local scholarship winners.
And hitting the ice to battle cancer. Well, this time of year is not only about getting outside, it's also celebrating graduations and graduates, of course.
And there are a lot of young people who have received scholarships, so we want to take a moment to just honor a few. You're looking at the winners of the Romeo Doyle Muhammad Scholarship.
I've been doing this scholarship for 15 years, and it has not always been easy because sometimes I don't always get a lot of donations. But I keep doing it because I think it's important to keep my husband's memory alive.
Naya Morrow, Malia Towns, Zigabor Buna, Maria Farha, and Dominique Grandy.
It's like my family's dream, because I'll be the first female to graduate from high school in my family.
My dream job and future career is to be a video game designer working at Nintendo, or to be a Buffalo News reporter.
So that's what it's all about. Just to encourage our young people to do, no matter their backgrounds, to do well and to be successful. That's really the whole goal.
I remind myself every day, I was once that kid again, I was in that shelter.
Ray Davis's upbringing was hard. Both parents in and out of prison, foster care by 8, homeless shelter at 12.
To be here and to understand everything that I went through, man, it's hard not to look back. It's hard not to bask in the moments of, dang, like, how did I get here? Why am I here? Every day I always question that, not in a negative way, but in a way of like, man, like, I made it. I shouldn't be here. Everybody know, I shouldn't have been here, just what I went through in my life, but I'm here.
Here is with the Buffalo Bills, Davis using football as a path out of that life he once hid from any and everyone he could. Not anymore.
It's okay to what I went through. It's okay to my situation that I was dealt with, but at the end of the day, am I gonna mope and cry about it, or am I gonna go and be an advocate for people who also were in the same position I was, to go and prove that this can happen. You can come out of the other side. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. But for many years, I was told there was never a light. There wasn't a light bulb. There wasn't a lamp. There was not a street light. There was just complete darkness. And when I realized I found that sliver of light, I just kept walking towards it, and I started to see doors open up for me. And I understood that it took for me to talk about it in order for those doors to become even bigger and more open.
Davis already talking about his past right here in his new home, working with the Buffalo organization, fostering greatness. He sees himself in those he speaks with. He connects with them because he was them. And as hard as that time was, he wouldn't change it if he could.
I'm 1,000% thankful. Again, without any of that stuff happening to me, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you. I wouldn't be an NFL player. I don't know what I'd be doing in life, to be honest with you. You know, I was dealt with two roads. I could have went left, I could have went right. I chose to go straight.
Straight ahead of Davis is the Bills' 4th-round pick gearing up for his first training camp. Football will obviously be the focus. It's been his lifeline to a better place. Davis will use that platform as a way to continue to tell his story.
I think my purpose in life is really to just understand that I'm not just here to be a football player. You know, I'm here to be a man who can provide a spark in other people's lives for them to achieve anything that they want, no matter the circumstances or whatever's put against them.
Ray Davis, running from the darkness into the light and into the NFL.
Connect Life is about life. That's why they often hold blood drives like you see here in Depew. For some people, especially those with sickle cell disease, it can be a matter of life or death.
I almost passed away numerous times. I've had times where I've spent weeks and months in the hospital due to crisis.
This Buffalo teacher is a sickle cell warrior.
Blood transfusions is one of the main treatments for sickle cell patients.
Dr. Stephen Ambrusco deals with pediatric hematology oncology and works closely with sickle cell patients.
People need transfusions of red blood cells because their own red blood cells are deformed. They do not live as long. They clump up and they can cause damage to any part of the body.
Sickle cell is inherited and mostly affects African Americans. The donor base in black neighborhoods is low. That's why having this blood drive as part of a health fair is critical.
What we tend to see in the donor pool, people who are getting out there and donate, is the majority of people are white. That's the majority of people in the community. But now I have this subset of people who 95% of them are black. About 95% of our patients here in Western New York with sickle cell disease are black. And they need blood from this pool of donors that are not majority black.
I find a lot of hesitancy when I speak to people and try to educate them on it. Mostly I'll get, oh, I'm not giving up my blood, I'm scared of needles, I'm not doing that. And at the end of the day, it's very important that they do.
Oftentimes we have to receive many blood transfusions just to help us regain those healthier red blood cells, because our blood cells, we know they die off earlier, so we need them to be replaced with the healthier ones so that we can have less sickling, less hospital visits.
Get out there and donate, because you're adding to the pool of donor blood that's out there from which we are taking to help your family member. Whether or not it's going directly to them or not, you're getting out there and adding more to this donor pool to save lives. And just to think that it's just a little bit of time out of your schedule to be able to do this thing that can literally save somebody's life.
It's the 11-day power play here at Harbor Center. The Channel 2 team is on the ice right now, and we stopped by to talk to some of the players.
Make sure you get my good side today. Which one's the good side? I don't know.
Daybreak editor Jim Connerton.
I'm going to skate for 3 hours.
News director Jeremy Settle.
I'll be locked in shop.
Senior account executive Mike Magnifici. And Daybreak anchor Pete Gallivan. We're all part of the WGRZ squad this year, along with some friends of Channel 2.
I skate to help cure cancer. My mother's had cancer. A lot of family members, a lot of good friends. So just trying to do my part.
Yeah, we're out here skating, and yeah, we want to win. But the bigger picture is, and keep this in context, this is all for charity to raise money for cancer.
It's amazing. We can come out here, do what we love to do, and hopefully make a difference in someone's life.
We have more than 2,500 players this year, and it's like Christmas morning. They get here and they're excited to play in their 3-hour shift.
We are here on the bench with our boss, Jeremy Settle, and don't worry, even if you don't score all the goals, we'll make it look like you did.
Just edit it for the right way, make me look good. Thanks,
Just
Lauren.
like we talked
Absolutely.
about. Why is this a special day for the Channel 2 team?
Well, it's a great cause. That's the first and foremost, but it brings us together as a team, Team 2 on your side out here.
It's great team bonding activity, but it also, like I said, brings us together for a good cause, and that's really the most important thing here. We've raised over $18,000 this year alone for Roswell and all of the charities that benefit from this.
That's just an amazing number.
It is a great number. We raised close to 10 last year. We nearly doubled it this year, so I'm really impressed. I'm really proud of this team that did such a great job with that.
And we know that you are not originally from Buffalo, but one of the reasons that you came here was the hockey scene and doing stuff like this.
The selling point from they just screwed us. The selling point for the job was that it was a place with a lot of hockey, and here I am. So it's great to be here.
It's a great cause, you know. You try to get out here every year and, you know, support and try to make a difference, you know. Everybody's been touched by cancer, so, you know, it's important and everyone comes together, and both teams is one team, you know.
And how does it feel to be the sole representative from the Channel 2 sales department out here?
Well, you know, I try to get them to come out, you know, but they're not quite trained yet, so maybe next year. But I try to represent proud, you know.
Look who else we found. What's your name again?
I'm Ben Gallivan.
I haven't seen you in a couple months. How are you?
I'm good. Well, we're a slow start.
I already told Jeremy we're going to edit the footage and make it sound like you guys, or make it look like you guys scored all the goals.
You know, it doesn't matter. We raised over $18,000 to fight cancer, and that's the only score that counts.
This is something you've participated in for several years now. You keep coming back. Why?
This is my 8th year, and I keep coming back because I've had too many loved ones. Both my parents-in-law and both of my parents taken by cancer, and several good friends. So if we can get out and play a game we love and help in the battle, it's a win-win. There aren't many places in the country, if not the world, that you could do this, but you bring community together with hockey, together with helping someone out in the city of good neighbors. Yeah, it's most Buffalo for sure. My legs have finally recovered from that.
I got to give it to you because you do the 11-day power play, you participate in it, and it's not just a hockey game for you.
No, it's about my parents, it's about my in-laws, all 4 taken by cancer, and it's something you can do. You feel so helpless when someone you love is either gone from cancer or battling it. This is something you can feel empowered in doing, to do something about it.
And that's what this community is all about, coming together to fight cancer. So kudos to you for doing it.
Thank you.
But we want to talk about something else. When we talk about moving, there's a dance studio that celebrated a huge anniversary.
Yeah, that's coming up. And also coming up, a big anniversary for the Goo Goo Dolls and their concert in the rain.
It feels good, darling.
We are here today at Shays Performing Arts Center, and we are celebrating our 45th anniversary of dance recitals in Western New York. It is a joy and an honor to see these kids perform, ages 2 years old to probably 65. And they're living their best life on stage.
This means a lot. I know I've been coming here like my whole life. We're all just like one big happy family. We do this every year. It's something we look forward to when we put lots of hard work into it.
I think dancing is not just about the steps, it's about focus and determination, teamwork, and getting to live your best life performing on stage.
My favorite part of being part of this is definitely just being a big family. We're all there for each other, and we're just here to have a good time and support each other.
My favorite thing about this event is watching the joy in the kids' faces. Watching them watch the big kids helping the little kids, and it's really pretty miraculous.
So that was a great celebration of dance and an anniversary. Speaking of anniversaries, 4th of July marked the 20th anniversary of when the Goo Goo Dolls performed in the torrential downpour in front of City Hall.
I remember that well. All that rain, and yet the music played.
Oh yeah, and I had the chance to revisit the scene of the crime with Robbie and Johnny from the Goo Goo Dolls. The days leading up to July 4th, 2004 were a blur for Johnny Resnick and Robbie Takak. Rehearsals, appearances, photo shoots. And then there was turning Buffalo's Art Deco masterpiece of the City Hall into center stage for a concert, the likes of which the Queen City has never seen. Take us back 20 years. What's it like to look out here and think about what happened here?
I mean, it was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It was an amazing night. The lead up to it is what still strikes me the most. Like trying to figure out a way to get enough toilets.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! And like, you know, the stage and the
removing streetlights.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't know anything about the infrastructure project that it was going to turn into.
The idea was born out of a push from their record company to film a live DVD. Was there ever any question that Buffalo was going to be the place?
No, it had to be. It had to be.
Yeah. And from the moment the lights went up and the band launched into Big Machine, the crowd that had packed into Niagara Square was buzzing. Many were still soaked from the showers earlier in the day during the Ani DeFranco show. The Goos ripped through about a half a dozen of their hits before the rain returned with a vengeance.
It feels good, darling.
The thing that I remember, at one point we had to stop, and they were like, "You gotta stop." And then he and I were like, if we don't go back out there, they're gonna kill us. Like,
or leave, and we didn't want either of that.
We didn't want either of those things.
They did take one short break, but pushed through, instruments and other equipment failing along the way.
When it started really coming down, I thought to myself, this is gonna be incredible. Like, this is gonna look amazing in the video. And then we had something that was like 15 cameras shooting.
Yeah.
All of them went down except 3.
Yeah.
And these guys were hunting down like video from other people and
from
stuff.
like our aunts' video cameras and whatever they could just to make the end of it work.
Yeah.
What's the one image that comes to your mind when you think of that night?
You know what? The guy that climbed
the light pole.
The light pole, and is just hanging off the light pole. But it's pouring rain. He's hanging on a lightning rod, basically. Yeah. It's like, that was amazing.
You guys all stick around. Except my guitar doesn't work.
You know what?
Come on. The idea wasn't to let the confetti out and turn everyone into paper mache.
We tie-dyed the city.
I don't remember, but
we paid for it already.
Cool.
It was amazing.
That was awesome. I totally forgot about that.
Anyone need a towel? It's a little wet out there.
But it produced some unforgettable images, and despite the hurdles, somehow, some way, things all came together.
You know, the miracle of that day really is that, like, the second there's lightning, you have to stop. Like, when have you ever seen that much rain with no lightning? Yeah, there was no lightning that night.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah, so we could just keep playing, and it was crazy.
And it was a moment that this Buffalo band connected intimately with this Buffalo crowd. They even delivered an encore, a Supertramp song, which would become a Goo Goo Dolls classic.
I remember sitting down, taking my shoes off, and pouring water out of my shoe and wringing my socks out. And then I said to somebody, you know, sometimes God just throws you a bone. And it was like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like this was an epic event.
An epic event that lives on through the DVD and the memories of thousands.
You guys are the best! This is the best 4th of July ever! Give yourself some love!
Man, and this is, of course, the DVD that they put out 20 years ago. But to celebrate that anniversary, they're re-releasing this on vinyl, clear vinyl, so they want to make a statement.
Vinyl is back.
Yep, there you go.
That's what it's all about. The Goo Goo Dolls, when you think of them, you can't help but think of community, and we have to appreciate them and celebrate them for all that they do for our community, for sure.
Without a doubt. And thank you for joining us for Community this month, July. We'll see you in August with another episode and a lot of things going on in summertime.
Enjoy.